podcasting from Northwest Pennsylvania. You're listening to the Gen Extra Podcast, a show about Generation X, movies, technology, weird news, and anything else they feel like. Join them every Monday morning. Now, here's your hosts, Dave and Joe.
All right. I think we're gonna have to do something about that intro, about the every Monday morning thing.
Yeah, we might need to. I think we may have to do what I'll call summer hours,
Right?
You know, do a summer schedule.
Yeah, I apologize to our listeners. I got a couple messages. Where's the show? Yes, we missed last week. Yeah, we have a annual party here that we host every year, and you and I planned on recording Sunday last week.
Yes,
and I wasn't sick or hungover or nothing. I was just exhausted, dude. Like, because when we do Sunday shows, we record at like 9:00 at night.
Yeah, and I had just come back from a weekend in Watkins Glen in Syracuse, New York. So I was unpacking. You texted me, you're like, dude, I'm tired. And I'm like, yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh God. It was like 8. And I'm like, there's no way I can. If I did, it would just be such a lackluster, like pathetic performance of a show. So I was like, let's just call it, dude. Like, I'm done.
And, you know, believe it or not, we do have standards here
on
the Gen Extra podcast. We're not going to give you a subpar, low energy show. That's not what you're here for. So,
well, I mean,
so we're
sometimes.
Back. Well, the sun is out.
Subpar, but the energy's there.
Subpar. It'll be a high energy subpar show. I'm not going to say, you know, no promises there. But.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear about your Watkins Glen trip because we went there before, but I just want the party that we had on Saturday. Like I said, it's our annual. It's like we just play like a bunch of yard games and stuff. It's a lot of fun, just hanging out and having some drinks but it's like an all day affair, so it gets like it's tiring. And it was, you know how those go. You're getting older, man. Like partying like that all day.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
So what kind of long games do you like? Can Jam? Can Jam is one of my favorite.
They're more
games.
like, I want to say like borderline like minute to win it style games. Like they're not as like competitive as far as like the physicality goes.
That's probably more fun.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun.
A lot more accessible. Those kind of we do stuff like that for our neighborhood block party. Sometimes people will like set stuff like that up in their yard, so you can kind of as you go down the street. People have stuff, right? And it is like that minute to win it kind of thing where it's just something to do.
Yeah, you stop and just play your neighbors at a game of like cup stack or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's fun.
That's fun. That's good that you do that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. So how'd your Watkins Glen trip go? Because we were there a year or two ago, and it was a lot. But go ahead.
So I well, no. What did you go for? Like to see, like the actual Glen, like the park itself.
That was the trip.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, some people don't do that. So I actually forgot. So we went down to I drove to downtown. Well, downtown Watkins Glen. And I'm like, oh, that's a weird pattern for their crosswalks. I forgot about the racing history of Watkins Glen.
Yes.
Like I completely forgot. I knew it in the back of my mind. And I got there and I'm like, I literally said out loud, I felt like such a dunce. I said, oh, those are kind of cool crosswalks. Looks like a checkered flag of a race car. And I'm like, I'm such an idiot.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Did you stop at the teeniest little hot dog stand in the whole wide world?
No, I didn't. I didn't even see it. Maybe it was too small.
It was very small.
No.
Yeah, it's literally like on this one corner downtown. It's not a big town.
No.
But yeah, it's like, seriously, it's the size of like 2 telephone booths. You don't go into it. You just order a hot dog and then eat it on the sidewalk.
Freestanding, or is it like built into a building?
I think it was like attached to like the edge of a building or something. It was very bizarre. Okay. And people were like ranting and raving about those hot dogs. And I mean, they were fine. It was a hot dog.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed that then. I don't know. We got sushi and some Japanese food. There was a place over by, it's not far from the visitor center, and the trailhead, one of the entrances to the trails. So we stopped there when we were done. It was good. It was tasty.
So
but
everyone likes sushi there. This like seems so bougie for Watkins Glen.
It is, and it was actually, it wasn't like traditional sushi either. It was more like it was literally called like a sushi burrito.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, it was all wrapped up, but it was thicker. It was easier to actually. It was almost like street food because you unwrapped it slowly like a burrito.
Yeah. Did you? But you guys did walk the Glen. That you walked the whole trail.
Yeah. So some of my family did that. I actually missed out on most of that because I drove to further out to Syracuse to pick up my oldest, who finished a summer college experience, like a pre-college, only in high school, but you know, they do Syracuse and a lot of universities do like a summer college thing where you can take, it's 2 weeks. It's, I think, 6 hours a day of a college level course. And his was in cybersecurity,
Interesting.
counter hacking, basically.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It was actually really cool. I mean, for the nerd, I'm not going to nerd out on the show, but it was pretty cool what they did. They actually had, I think it was a 6 hour basically contest on their last day where they brought in professional white hat hackers, and the students were divided up into teams of 3 or 4 kids and in different rooms, and they had to keep their IT services running, each of the teams, while the hackers were trying to take their services down, take down the website, take down the database, whatever. And so and the longer you stayed online, the more points your team got. So it was really cool the way you describe it. I'm like, that's actually a pretty cool like contest. So
it is.
Yeah, his team won.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds really, really nerdy, but in a cool way, though.
It was nerdy in a cool way, and for as he was describing it to me, and for as nerdy as, well, I mean, this is my career in IT, but right over my head. Like, just we're unfortunately getting older. Like, I'm 20 some years out of college now. I don't know. Didn't understand half of what he was talking about. Like, conceptually I did, but not the specifics. It was insane, the stuff that they were doing. So it was cool. It was a good experience. Syracuse University is a beautiful campus. So anyway, I missed most of the hiking because I was picking him up, and then we came back and then saw some of it still. Saw some of the town mostly and some of the area. But I've been to Watkins Glen before. But again, I just felt like such a dunce for not remembering the racing history there. But it was a good time. It's a very...
Hang on, pause. I got to go back to the hacking thing.
Yeah.
So, I've said this before on the show. When you are experienced or, quote unquote, have some sort of expertise in a particular subject, and you see this being demonstrated in a movie or a TV or whatever, it kind of ruins it for you. So, but so many times in movies, there's hacking involved of some kind, there's, you know what I mean? So, so they're like, oh, like we gotta scrub the IP and something, the firewall, your kid now is going to see this crap on TV and he's going to roll his eyes. Because he knows how stupid it's going to sound. I don't know. I still watch it and I know enough a little bit that I'm like, that sounds dumb, but he's going to hear it and he's going to think that is so dumb.
It's funny you mentioned some of our listeners might disagree with me, but so in the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s, I would say that's a bigger problem of the disparity between movie hacking and hacking. But in a case of like life imitates art, modern portrayals of hacking are actually a lot more accurate. When you see it in more recent shows, I think because either the technology has gotten more accessible or perhaps, the technology has imitated the art that was made 20, 30 years ago, whatever the reason is. But I think the portrayals are getting more accurate. And I think probably it's probably more that the writers and creators of these shows are more tech literate because you have to be.
Or it just sounds dumb.
Or it just sounds dumb.
Yeah.
So, but it honestly, so fiction is now basically reality because technology has advanced so much in the past 15, 20 years that it actually is kind of a thing. So I don't know. I'll have to ask him to see if next time it comes up, be like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to hear it too. Because I guess in my mind, it kind of goes back to the 95 movie, Hackers.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone goes to that one.
Yeah. Because we're it turns into some whole visual experience.
People go in there and crack their knuckles and then
they have to have some weird pair of glasses on to be able to do this for some reason.
I always remember it is random, but I always remember Jurassic Park when is it Lexi is the girl's name in Jurassic Park? OG Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. She's like, it's like a Linux system or something. She's like, I know this, and it looks so visually like not probably correct.
Visual like GUI it looks like it's from the series of Reboot. Like it is so. It's oh my gosh. And even then, like that was the one thing when I was 13, 14. Whenever I saw that movie in the theaters, I was like, okay, but then it's really funny when you realize that Unix, Linux, etc. They're not GUI operating systems.
No, it's like command based.
It's all command based. Even you know that.
Yeah.
It's like that was one of those things where that to me is the most egregious thing. Is like this is a blockbuster film, and Spielberg knows his shit too. The guy is a nerd. Like he actually really likes video games. He appreciates when video games are made of his materials. He made Ready Player One, which is a very nerdy movie. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he like didn't have a tech consult. I mean, it's not glamorous, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Showing someone typing on a command prompt is not glamorous. You have to show this weird flyby where she's literally scrolling over like a globe on the screen, and like there are little file folders like visually represented, like you're on freaking Google Maps 20 years before it came up. Absurd. One of my favorite, like just laugh out loud, absurd hacking scenes in any movie, right there.
Yeah, that and Hackers.
That and Hackers. But yeah, you get that one. I'm going for the obscure stuff, right?
Yeah.
The Jurassic Park scene. Where everyone's like talking about the dinosaurs. No, I want to talk about how upset I am at the fact that Unix is not a visual operating system.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was just like another version of DOS, basically.
Yeah, that's it. It was, it was his command line. It was the early,
All right, now we're nerding.
Yeah, we're nerding now. Let's turn it down.
Let's okay.
Nerd. We should make a sound clip for that.
Nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
So anyway, so the Glen. So you took off, but your rest of your family stayed behind, and you said they walked to the Glen. They did. What was their like feedback on that after they finished?
They enjoyed it. I don't know how challenging they did it because we had our 7-year-old with us, so I don't know if they did the more challenging parts of it. But it was packed. There were tour groups and buses, and
oh gosh,
it was very, very busy. As was the city itself. Yeah, so it was good. I actually found it like because once you leave that area, it's mainly there's a huge Amish community out there, which I didn't realize. I guess I should say probably like specifically Mennonites because they can use technology. And this is what threw me is we were driving from this Airbnb that we stayed at, which by the way was about as rustic as I want to get. Like it was an outhouse. There was no indoor plumbing, no running water.
Dang.
Everything like yeah, no signal. You were completely off the grid. You had to walk down the road for like 5 to 10 minutes just to get a bar.
Wow.
Yeah, which was nice in its own right, but it was a little bit rustic. You get up in the middle of the night, you got to go downstairs, you got to go outside, you got to go by the outhouse. It's like okay.
I mean, that's roughing it, dude. That's like real roughing it. Like as much as people, I think the allure of being disconnected was perhaps once a thing. Like just get away from it all. But it's so part of your life.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm sorry. Someone's vacuuming upstairs.
Oh, I see.
Sorry.
But yeah, like you to be disconnected from your phone, the internet, text messages, whatever. It's kind of weird. Like I don't like it to know that I can't just Google something or I can't receive a text or send someone a text or make a phone call. It's a very weird feeling. I know it says something about our society, but
it does. You have to learn to print maps. Unfortunately, my wife was aware enough and actually prepared enough. We printed maps. When's the last time you printed a map? Crazy.
1997.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like we actually went and like printed out the map. So at least we knew around the area. You basically print a map, and we kind of kept it simple. Print a map to get to somewhere where we can get signal.
Yeah. Honestly, it's probably like 20 years ago. It was probably like early 2000s the last time I printed a map.
MapQuest.
Yeah.
That kind of thing where you printed out maps and you had them in your car when you were taking a long trip. It's gone now. Like, no, cars come with nav. You plug your phone in and you get nav automatically. It's just, it's assumed.
It's the best.
So it's a bit different. It is the best. I love it too. But what really threw me is as we were driving to this place, I'm like, oh, there's, Amish community. And I'm like, wait a minute, that one's using a lawnmower.
Like a real gasoline powered?
Gasoline power.
All right, look, man.
Or lawnmower.
What is, I don't understand, like, they do use modern technology.
Well, Mennonites can. There are sects.
Oh, that's the difference.
There's Yeah, and I don't know the details. I should have researched it before the show, I guess, before I rant on this. But it was, yeah. So there's a Mennonite sect which like you'll see them sometimes with cell phones.
Yeah,
Cell phone,
and
you're so perplexed.
trucks.
But there are still like strict Amish communities that you can't take a picture of them. They have no technology, nothing.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of the Amish people.
Yes. So this was a bit surreal. And there was like a grocery store that we passed by. It was actually a really good store. Again, lots of great local produce. Like it was actually a pretty good like market. It's funny because you walk up to the register and there's a Mennonite woman standing there, and you know what? They take Apple Pay. And I'm like, okay.
All right, okay. That's awesome.
It's like these conveniences, but it's like, but you look like you're dressed from 350 years ago. It's really bizarre. And they're still speaking like Pennsylvania Dutch to each other as well.
Yeah, which just sounds like just gibberish, just mumbles.
Well, I mean, most languages do when you don't speak them.
That's true.
But yeah, so it does. It was like being in a different country, but in your own country.
Did you know that in like the Amish, the women are required to not only have, like 17 kids, they're also required, because they do get married, they have husbands and wives. Their dress that they wear on their wedding day, they're required to put it back on for every anniversary, and also have 17 kids. I'm just saying.
Well, you got to populate the farm workers somehow, but
yeah, but to ask them to put that dress back on every year and also have 17 kids, like, I'm just saying, like, it sounds like
better be really good with a needle and thread.
Oh no, they're not allowed to alter it. Like, they have to fit back in it.
Get out of there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's mean. Like,
absolutely. Well, and I won't get into it. This is the Gen Extra podcast. I won't get into a diatribe, but we'll say I am not a fan of oppressive traditions like that.
It's just, exactly. It's
not okay.
Yeah,
don't oppress people.
Let's just nix that part. If you don't have that many kids, don't ask her to put the wedding dress back on.
If you want to dress like it's 300 years ago, fine. Just don't oppress anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
just don't oppress people. Whatever. You can look as out of place as you want to. But thank you for taking Apple Pay.
You've heard. You've heard the urban legends about the Amish that so they're not inbreeding, that they'll basically hire a donor, if you will.
No.
Yeah, you never heard about this?
No.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's true. It's not like I've ever been involved in it, but I've only heard the rumors.
You've never answered a weird Craigslist ad there, Dave?
No. So rumor has it that they'll pay someone like X amount of dollars to
diversify the gene pool.
Yes, but they have to it can't be an act of quote unquote love making. It's like, again, I've heard details of how this happens. I don't know if it's firsthand. I can't imagine. But
I swear this show, thank goodness for an incognito browser, and this show messes up my search history so much. Let me tell you. Oh my God.
What are you looking right now?
Oh no, but I'm going to have to do some research after the show.
So
this is just bizarre.
I'll tell you what I heard. Could be way off base, but this is what I heard. So you accept payment. You enter a room with the husband and the wife. The wife is looks like she's prepped for some kind of surgery. So she's got like she's sheeted from the waist up, so you can't see her, and legs are stirruped.
Oh my gosh! No.
The husband, like a cuck, just sits there in the chair with his pipe, and you do your business and leave. That's what I heard.
I mean, I'm gonna pull big myth card on this. I feel like that is a big, and here comes the vacuum again.
Okay. What do you think that's just all myth?
I think it's
accurate. I think it's 100% accurate.
Factor crap. I think it's crap. If we were playing factor crap, I'm going to pull crap on that one. That's just mainly because I don't want to believe it. Mm-hmm. Is that a rule? Is that allowed?
Yeah, that's fine. It sounds like someone's upstairs sanding your floors.
Well, with these older homes, that is the problem too,
Yeah.
is because there's very, very little between the floor. So it basically is, if it's a brush-based vacuum, it is effectively sanding the floor.
Yeah. So let's move past the Amish stuff, and let's knock out a few national days, and then we got some other stories to get into here.
Yeah, so national days. We have a couple that are kind of back to, well, they're today, actually. They are recording August 8th. 2, we have International Cat Day, which I love my cat. I know Carrie joke because I called her Princess Kitty Cat. Yeah, my little Princess Kitty Cat. Mm-hmm. Her name is Coconut for officially, but I do call her Princess Kitty Cat. Just, I don't know why, because she just, some cats get that regal presence about them where they just own the house. So that's my cat. Which is funny. That's International Cat Day, but it shares a day, which I find funny, with National CBD Day.
Oh, the CBD oils?
Yes. So, and I just think of catnip, right? Like, I just think about cannabis, catnip. So they share a day. I find that funny. Do you use CBD oil?
No. We'll give it to the dog sometimes when, if there's if there's fireworks going on.
Yeah, help it chill out.
Yeah.
Do all 4 of your dogs get stressed, or is just one of them?
No, they all hate it. Well, the one's kind of deaf, so he doesn't really care, but the other 3 don't like it.
Well, I mean, I don't like the sound of fireworks either, and I don't have dog hearing, so I totally get that.
Yeah.
We have coming up on Thursday the 14th, we have National Tattoo Removal Day.
That's a day?
Yep. That's why we do this, right? We're bringing the weird national days to you, the listeners. Yeah, tattoo removal. I assume based on your reaction, you have not had a tattoo removed.
No, but I do have one, like a tribal thing from when I was 18 that I got that I either want covered up or removed someday.
So that was what I was going to ask you. Do you have some regrets? This is actually why, as we've talked. Yeah, regrets. This is why we talked before about why I don't have one, because I'm so nervous that it's going to be something that's going to date poorly.
Oh, like the whale tail tramp stamp thing.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those. Yeah. Yes, those kinds of things. I'm too nervous of making a mistake. I'm so risk averse in that regard. But
what's funny?
I see tattoos and I'm like, that looks so cool, and yours are awesome, and I'm like, I want something cool, but then I can't bring myself to do it.
For our party that we had Saturday, they're always themed somehow, and this year was white trash was our theme. And it's so funny because when if you look up white trash tattoos on Amazon, the first ones that pop up are tramp stamps.
That was such a big thing.
It was, and it sucks that it got this, I don't know, this, what do you want to call it, this reputation of being white trash apparently. But no, they are kind of a dated thing, and they were super cool then, but whatever.
Lots of flowers. Lots of flowers with vines. Oh yeah, butterflies. Butterflies with vines coming out of them. There's the regrets tattoos. Gotta love the regrets ones. Those are classic. Yeah.
Any?
I'm not particularly fond of I think tattoos are cool. I do. I see people, and honestly, if I go to get my haircut, the more tattoos that person has, I think it's a better haircut I'm going to get.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like there's a direct correspondence between haircutting prowess and the number of tattoos you have. Don't know why. That's just my joking headcanon.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of face tattoos.
Oh, me either. No.
I feel like that's just too much.
Yeah, face and neck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But one haircutter that I had, he had a bat, not like a winged creature, right? And the torso of the bat was right in the middle of the neck, and the wings literally spread left to right.
You probably got a banger haircut though.
Across I did, absolutely. He was great. Donovan, I'll never forget his name. Yeah, it was before I moved, but yeah. Oh, great haircuts, cool guy. Mm-hmm. But wow, a lot of tattoos. That one looked painful. It was right on the neck, right in the front of his neck. I think he did it in I want to say it was 4 sessions.
Wow.
He had to do
probably
incrementally.
So
you can only do so much. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Any other good days in there?
Yeah, we got National Filet Mignon Day.
Oh.
Wednesday, August 13th. Oh, so tasty. Love a good steak.
It's the best, dude.
Love a good steak. So there we go. You want to celebrate your love of steak? Wednesday, the August 13th is going to be National Filet Mignon Day.
I know I've told this story in the show, but I can't remember if I told you. When I went to Vegas for a convention for work, the first night we got there, they had this big, team dinner meeting thing, like just, like everyone's here, like let's have a big dinner, have some drinks. And they had filet mignons, but it wasn't like plate service. It was like a buffet of all this fantastic food. They spent thousands, I'm sure. And they had like this big, like stainless steel thing of filet mignons.
A filet buffet, if you will.
Yes, a filet buffet. Very nice. And anyway, so when the evening was winding down and people were heading back to their rooms, I kind of hung back for a second, and I'm like, "Hey," I was like asking one of the guys at work. I'm like, "What are you doing with all them filet mignons?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Probably throw some of them out." I'm like, "No, man." Like, you got some tinfoil? So he wrapped up 4 filet mignons. And I took them back to the room. I can't see those go to waste. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, you can't let the leftovers. Yeah, no. Although certain areas, that'll gonna go over to the staff. That's what I always loved about working, like even like IT for certain events. Like when I was for a different company, like we just do IT support. You get like served on the side basically while the VIPs are having their dinner, but there's always like there's actually tech support at those things because they're company events, and so people could whatever, the CEO's phone breaks. But oh god, the food, and you just like eat it private. And it's great because you have like all of the great food and even the wine. Like you can drink too.
Nice, but
you don't have any of the social pressures. You're literally like on your own with maybe like one other person. And having like a really casual, yes, you got to be there for work, but only if something breaks. You're just on call.
That sounds like the best time.
It is the best time. And I volunteered for that part of the job every single time. Most teams are like, oh no, like the rest of the support team would go off and have their own dinner, right? The VIP dinner was going on. Me? No, I volunteered to work the VIP dinner every time because nothing ever went wrong. Everyone's just too drunk and happy. The worst thing I had to do was like print out new name cards when the governor decided to show up.
Oh, there you go.
And you got to like run a quick print job to print their name on the placard so they can put a table seating in there. But printing, how hard is printing? Meanwhile, I've got a couple glasses of wine and, filet and whatever. Oh, it's just the best. It was always the best. And then when there's wine left over for the event, guess who gets to bring it home?
You get to take it home? Nice, dude.
I did. I flew back one time with like 4 bottles of wine. It was fantastic.
That's great.
I miss those events.
I bet.
As you can tell by my enthusiasm.
Yeah. So any other good days in there, or is that it?
No. Pretty mundane national days.
Okay.
This time around.
All right. There's some good ones, though. Funny there is a filet mignon day.
We're coming up on a year of doing this, so we're going to have to figure out a different shtick.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna brainstorm on that, too. Don't want to rehash any of that stuff. So
yeah, maybe we'll put the listeners to work here. If you can think of something that we can do on a weekly basis that's reoccurring, like national days.
What can we enlighten you with? What can we bring?
What do you want to hear us talk about? Let us know.
What can we bring to your ears?
Yeah. So think about that.
Yeah.
All
Homework.
Right. We got some news stories, Breeze.
Yeah, we do.
We do. So I saw there's a couple of these on here. I threw on here. I guess I'll start with the first one here. This is some space news, man.
Space news? That's like cruise news, but in space.
Yeah. Yes, it is. This would be a topic that other Joe, OG Joe, would probably totally geek out about. And we will probably not do it justice, but here we go. So the headline of this article, this is on the New York Post. This is a rare interstellar object the size of Manhattan could be an alien probe, Harvard scientists say. So, yeah, it says NASA discovered 34/Atlas on July 1st, speeding through the inner solar system at 140,000 miles per hour, according to the observations from the Atlas telescope. But experts are clueless as to where it originated. So the reason this became a bit of a fuss is because it's like the first object they've tracked that has come into our solar system from outside of our solar system. Like everything else is just kind of like revolving. Our solar system's huge.
Oh yeah, it's gigantic.
Yeah,
but there's been no other objects that have entered like toward. I feel like that's.
I mean, think about how big our solar system is.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like for as big as our solar system is the first one we've noticed.
Yeah, the first one we've noticed that's gotten this close. I mean, because our galaxy alone is unfathomably huge. Like, and there's billions of galaxies. So like we can't even see across our own galaxy.
We can't even see. We could barely see across. Yeah, well, we can see our galaxy, but like we're talking just the solar system up to the Oort cloud,
right? That
actually is the border of our sun's gravitational force. And then you figure how many suns are in the galaxy and how many galaxies are. You're right. It's unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like even our solar system is bloody enormous.
Yes. And according to Billy Bob Thornton, it's a big ass sky. So
it is a big ass sky. Oh, he's such a cool actor. Anyway, moving on.
So, but the scientists who've been looking at this, like all of them except I think like 2 or 3. So like 97% of them are saying it's like a 7-mile long asteroid. It is sort of like it's shaped. It's not like a big rock. It has like a tubular shape to it almost. But there's like I said, 2 or 3 of them that are saying this appears to be a spacecraft of some kind. So I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, I see that. Experts clueless on where it originated. Harvard astrophysicists suggested in a new paper the object. Oh no, third interstellar object ever detected.
Oh, third. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Could be an intelligently directed alien craft observing Earth with possible hostile intentions. Way to strike panic, Mr. Harvard scientist.
Yeah, don't just throw that in there all willy-nilly.
just drop that little bomb there.
Yeah, it's like, have you guys seen Independence Day? That's probably what's going to happen.
That's totally, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know what? Here's the thing. We can all be proven wrong and, aliens attack and there we go.
Yeah. When are they predicting this is going to get close to Earth? Because it's still a ways out.
It's still a ways out. 140 miles. It's crazy.
Yeah. So there you go. I guess sometime in the near future, apparently we might see an alien craft show up here.
October 29th. It will come closest to the sun.
Oh, so that's just the projected trajectory.
Right, but that's probably as close. I mean, that's, it's entered our solar system. It'll get closest to that. So probably in October.
All right, look, if it's beelining directly, if it changes course, we got some problems.
Well, that's exactly it too. And that's the thing is if things doesn't change course, then nope, it's just something.
It's just something just floating around out there.
It's a giant 7-mile space turd. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you have on here? You got a story on here?
Yeah. So this is pretty recent news, and I saw it pop up on a television set in like a lobby recently. But apparently, there's a bit of a problem in the world of women's basketball.
What's wrong? What's going on there?
Here, the WNBA is still struggling with a string of sex toy disturbances.
Elaborate.
Let's sit in there. In the past week, this is Dateline today. In the past week and a half, sex toys have been thrown out onto the courts of the games in Atlanta on July 29th, Chicago August 1st, Los Angeles August 5th, and Chicago again last Thursday. Yesterday.
This is the thing. This is happening.
This is a thing that is happening.
Okay.
And they are throwing dildos onto the basketball court.
Why? How? Okay. What? Okay. I have questions.
Okay.
First of all, you have to make the decision to leave your house with a dildo in your pocket.
Yes.
And you have to get through the security, which isn't like, it's not airport security, but if they pat you down, they usually in events that you got to empty out your pockets, metal objects.
Oh yeah. You're putting some effort into smuggling this thing.
Yeah. But would that trip off the detector? Are they going to flag it or are people literally throwing the dildo in the bin and then going to the other side and picking it back up?
Okay, that's even funnier.
Yeah.
If that's a funnier mental image, but no, I suspect they're smuggling. This one's saying pulled out of his sweatshirt pocket. Some of these things. So this is the person that was arrested in Georgia. for the Atlanta matchup in July 29th. Charged with disorderly conduct, criminal trespassing, public indecency, and indecent exposure. I guess I didn't realize indecent exposure meant didn't involve exposing yourself.
Well, I mean, it's a phallic object that, some of them probably look kind of real. Sure, I get it.
So the police currently believe it's intended for viral attention, right? Which it's getting. Obviously, but yeah, they're just throwing dildos at it. But there's a safety concern. Like,
oh yeah, you could hit somebody in the head with it, which would be embarrassing and could hurt.
It could hurt. I mean, it's still a solid object. Yeah. It was okay. So the man told police it was a prank. This was the July 29th one. Prank trending on social media. He bought the toy a day earlier to take to the game. He was later tackled by a volunteer at the arena who witnessed the incident and followed him out as he tried to leave the area. He was arrested on suspicion of assault, disorderly conduct, and publicly displaying explicit sexual material. That's hard to say.
Yeah. So they're okay. So, boy, I feel bad for the people who have to pick them up off the court.
Well, right. Well, I mean, they're hopefully they're not heavily used.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. They generally don't include metal elements, which means the detectors are not able to sense them. When carried on a spectator's body, they become even more difficult to detect. So, if you tape it to your leg or something.
Like, wow, this guy's impressive, sir.
They can't. Yeah, this article actually goes to talk about that. This is from the Associated Press, by the way. Yeah, it's really challenging to even find it. But they face a minimum. Anyone who throws any object onto the court faces a minimum 1 year ban and prosecution. Which you don't want Don't throw things in a playing field of any kind. Any league, professional or not. Don't throw stuff on the field. Don't throw stuff on the court. You hurt somebody. Yeah. It's rude.
Especially dildos. My God.
So tasteless.
It really is. But is that where it started? Was just to be like a viral thing? Like people just got together on social media like, hey, let's do this.
The Associated Press article says it's just for attention.
Okay.
But it's incredibly tasteless, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, people take their kids there and they're going to see those things flying through the air.
Not only that, but you're just disrespecting the athletes too. Because it's targeted, right? There's a reason it's the WNBA and not the NBA getting this stuff.
Well, that's because the NBA they probably climb up in the stands and beat the shit out of you,
which has happened, hasn't it?
Yeah.
What was it that one time somebody threw something on the court and didn't the player just haul off and hit the guy?
I think so.
That happens on the regular. Or sometimes you get hit by the player. The way these guys move sometimes. Yeah. Actually, I did see a WNBA video kind of related to this, not in the dildo sense, but player just literally just fell right on it because those camera people, they sit crouched right under the courts, they're just humans, right? Literally just got crushed by a player. It was they trip, they fall. It's boom, dangerous job.
It is risky.
Basketball games. I know you like to watch basketball games. Whenever I see a basketball game, I think about you and the shoe squeak, the sneaker squeak
on the squeaks, dude. The squeaks. I
love it.
If they could figure out how to not have that, audibly, for television,
where you don't have the squeaks, you just glide everything.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to watch it. But anyway, so I found a story, Breeze. This one was on. Hang on, close out the ad on USA Today. The headline says. Taste it for yourself. Breast milk flavored ice cream available nationwide.
Nope.
How are they harvesting the breast milk? Is this?
Well, Dave, no. I think that part might be kind of explanatory, but why? Not the how, it's the why.
No. I'm saying if it's available nationwide, all right? It means they have to have quite an abundance of breast milk.
They have a supply chain. In other words, they have a supply chain and distribution problem here.
Yeah. So, but it's dude, you can get the a packet of colostrum to put on it, stuff like that. It looks more. It has more of a yellowish hue to it, not your traditional, white vanilla.
Yeah.
But so they apparently have a bunch of breasts that they're getting milk from and making ice cream out of it. But I'm sure there is. Are you reading through this article? Because I didn't really read through it.
I'm glancing through it right now.
Okay, so I'm sure there is some sort of health benefit to consuming the breast milk, but why would you put it like on like such a scale? Like it doesn't seem.
Clarification. So this is one of those things where it's a bait and switch headline. The ice cream itself is not manufactured from breast milk. It is breast milk flavored ice cream. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I really don't. I still think the problem exists, but it is the word flavored here is used throughout the article, and there is down there. It does say, "Is it really made of breast milk?" No, it is not. Versus the end of the article where they finally pull the curtain back, but no.
Well, that just goes to show you should probably read through the article first, huh?
You should probably yes. So no, that is
all right. Well, everybody can be okay. Well, all right. So my bad, but why would you even still want to eat it?
I need you to. I don't know. That's again whether or not it's made from it. I think all of my questions still persist. There is a huge looming why on a lot of this stuff. It's very bizarre, but I want you to scroll down the article until you get to a picture of a tanker truck from this company.
Okay.
What's the company name here? Oddfellows? Well, there you go. That's a good name for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It says breast milk.
It is a giant tanker truck. I'm going to describe this for our listeners. It is a not a semi, but it's a
stainless steel.
Oh,
there's tits on the back.
And there are breasts, like line drawing breasts on the back of it. This is the most.
Wait a minute.
Yes, they're clearly going for the marketing here.
But why would they even put that on the side of the truck?
Advertising, why not? Why not? We're talking about it. Everyone's going to talk about it. And now people know Frida brand ice cream. And yeah, they know. Now, there you go. We're doing their job for them. But yes, sweet, salty, smooth with hints of honey and sprinkles of colostrum.
Yeah, you can just have some custard, and it's pretty fantastic.
You know what? I'll stick with some custard, some, just French vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
A little chocolate syrup on top.
Mm-hmm.
Not go nuts here.
Make this better if it tasted like boob milk. Like, no, no, I'm not going to eat it.
Gotta sell it to somebody.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's do another one here. Well, you got. What about your buffalo? Your buffalo hunter?
Buffalo hunter. Yeah. Okay. So this was when was this? A couple days ago. Asher Watkins, 52, tracking a 1.3 ton Cape buffalo.
That's big.
Known as the Black Death.
Okay.
Tracking it. Yeah. On Sunday, when it suddenly charged him in 35 miles an hour and killed him.
See, man,
this is one of those millionaire big game hunter guys. Like these are the ones that go all over the world and kill sometimes endangered species. Yeah, so this guy, apparently had nothing better to do with his time and money, and going to go out there and stalk a 1.3 ton buffalo. And FAFO, as they say.
Somebody commented, as long as you use blue cheese bullets. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I love it. Oh, hunting buffalo with a shotgun. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a giant slug in there, but still.
But you're hunting something literally called the Black Death.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why somebody commented, to be fair, his head should be mounted somewhere for the buffalo to admire.
Good point.
So tasteless. Good point. Sometimes, can we just leave some of these creatures alone? Like,
yeah, stop.
Yeah. I'll tell you who. Yeah, just to stop. Absolutely.
Poor things. Let them live.
Right. Like what, Now, I will say sometimes there are some things, like there are some communities that are threatened by some of these, like, terrifying. Is it crocodiles or gators? It's crocodiles, right? The ones that basically never die.
Yeah.
They just get so big that they
can't feed themselves anymore.
They can't feed themselves anymore. Some of those are like, you get entire villages in parts of the world that are basically dedicated to hunt and destroy these things because it's literally eating villages, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what I would consider self-defense.
Yeah, they eat people.
Don't go. They eat people. Mr. Millionaire, go leave that buffalo alone, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He's not bothering you unless you're bothering him.
Rhino hunting, elephant hunting. The elephants aren't doing anything to you.
No. I did find another story though, Breeze.
Great.
If you Google Abby and Brittany conjoined twins, they're a very famous conjoined twin.
Are these the ones that one of them just got married?
Yeah. Which there's some questions there too.
There's tons of questions. I did actually see this come up in my newsfeed as well.
Yeah,
but maybe it's different.
Yeah. So, this story is about college, but anyway, so at least I'm pretty sure it's the same. Is there two famous conjoined twins? But yeah,
this is Abby and Brittany. This is all I know.
Okay, so they got married, and like they shared a wedding dress, but dude only married the one.
Only married the one.
Yeah, and I just like, dude, when I saw this, like they're both like, they both talk, they both have opinions. There's things that one likes, the other one doesn't. They're two separate personalities, one body. I don't know the specifics of how like how things work south of the border. So
Correct.
like, you know, like, do they both experience like sensations of, you know, having to go pee or, you know, like stuff like that? Or is that just like one of them knows when it's time and the other one just lives in oblivion as far as like, I don't know when I gotta go to the bathroom, that's your job. But let's say they both know, and I don't know if I'm like going down a road I don't need to go down, but
no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I'm just still reading a bit more on here. Like, I just don't. It's fascinating.
So they got their wedding night, Breeze. Their wedding night.
Oh, well, we're still sticking on this.
I can't help but not think about this.
You're not going to read my silence as a sign that we should just move past.
No.
Fine.
So they're doing what married couples do on their wedding night, all right? And one of them has to look off to the side. One of them's got to be engaged. But when my question was like, I'm just wondering if they're both present with what's happening, or if one of them can like not like doesn't. I don't know, I'm wondering how it works.
So this. Write him a letter. So this reminds me of a really weird show.
I'm skipping past this.
Like 20 years ago. No, this is relevant. This is relevant.
Okay.
There was a show about 20 years ago. Will Ferrell was doing the voices of it. This animated show called The Oblongs. And it was a bizarre, it was like typical like family, like almost like a Full House kind of, not like with, so it's like typical sitcom style, but animated. But like the premise was that everyone in this community had some kind of weird thing about them because of like the drinking water and like whatever. One of them featured conjoined twins, a lot like these two girls.
Okay.
Now this predates them by a lot. You talk about that whole thing. Well, they kind of address that in the show, and I'm wondering. Obviously, it's animated, it's fiction, but what one of the brothers would do if the other one wanted to do something he wasn't interested in, he would literally what he would call trance out, where he would just kind of self like. Almost like self-sleep, and would just basically be like, and I'm out.
Okay.
And just like tap out of the experience. But it's like that was so now I'm thinking in every picture I see here, the human brain can't like I see this picture and I in the world of AI and Photoshop, they look photoshopped. Like because it doesn't make sense, right? Like the way they're conjoined. And
that's real though.
It's amazing that I know it is, and it's amazing. And I think I read too that they both have obviously college degrees. But only one of them is employed because obviously like there's some weirdness to this, right? They both have driver's licenses. One of them is legally employed. The other is legally unemployed.
Well,
despite they literally
but she's still got to go to work with her.
She's still got to go to work with her. But there's like, this is one of those things where nothing fits this scenario.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I never even said the headline of this. When they went to college, they had to pay 2 separate tuitions.
Yes, I saw that in the story because that was the whole problem was they both paid for tuition, but only one of them is employable.
Yeah. I mean, you can't have 2 jobs. You can't unless you work at the same exact job doing the same exact thing almost.
Right.
She can't work
Yeah.
at Starbucks or whatever. And she can't work somewhere. Like it's obviously physically
Yeah.
impossible. So, but is that right? I mean, I guess they have to. Yeah, I mean, I guess charging them two tuitions because they're there as two separate, named two separate people. So they have to teach them. They have to grade them, give them degrees when they graduate. So yeah, I mean, it's two. There's two of them.
But even then, how do you take exams separately?
No, you cheat
How
off
do you
each other.
like-
They would just cheat.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like it is fascinating, but it's a unique situation. There's no way you can account for any of this stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It's
such
so
a unique
incredible.
situation. Yeah, it's very, very strange.
Yeah, only one salary for their job. Yeah, I see that in your story too. That's nuts.
Do you think that they
It's
had to
nuts.
come to some kind of a compromise as far as like obviously they both can't get married, sadly, and have there's going to be two husbands and two wives, but the wives have one body. What are they going to do there? They're gonna just
You'd have to meet the right guy for that, or the right set of guys for that. That's going to be
right, because essentially they'd be betting the same body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So it's weird. It's so
Wow.
weird.
This is breaking my brain. This
I
is
know.
one of the shows that is. I'm literally, my head is just going like, what?
And I feel terrible for them that they have to live this existence. I do. But
yeah,
it just raises a lot of questions.
it raises way more questions than answers. To be sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it's just odd. I just can't help but think about it. I'm just I'm like a daze right now. I'm just like so weird.
That's what we're gonna end it with. Like, what?
Oh my gosh. All right, you're ready to wrap this one up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good way to end it. Hey, you know what? I want to just first of all, before we wrap, I want to congratulate you, Dave, for not bringing up a news story where somebody died. Thank you.
You are welcome. I was actually looking, but I couldn't find anything.
He was scrambling.
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
just
find
kidding.
one. Well, thank you. Keeping a little bit upbeat, if weird, very weird.
Yes. Well, we will certainly try and have another show for next week, but it is what it is. If it slightly turns into a bi-weekly show for the summer, we're just both busy. So we'll keep trying though. We'll keep trying.
Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess hopefully we'll see you next Monday, and thanks for checking us out again.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep. Bye.